Alright guys, I'm back today with another video, and this one is going to be brought to you by the company Evil Wigs. In the box you get a wig cap, you get bobby pins, you also get elastic band and a comb, which I didn't show. But this is their 6-inch lace front wig, glueless cap wig. This one is in the texture Kinky Straight. It's a natural black color. It is 20 inches in length, 150% in density, and I did pick up an average cap size. You get your soft lace, 2 combs on the side, a comb in the middle, a comb in the back, and you also get lace in case you want to put this into a low ponytail. Not a full in-depth bleaching tutorial, but I'm just going to show you guys what I do. I will be using the L'Oreal Quick Blue and also the 40 Developer, and I'm just going to mix it up to a nice thick consistency. And you don't want this to be runny at all. You want it to be thick but not super thick, kind of like cake batter. I always like mine to be a little bit thicker than that, and I don't do any measuring. I just kind of eyeball it and just see if I need to add more or less. This video today, instead of using the brush, I will be using the knife, and I've been doing this for the past couple of wigs, but I wanted to see if it was a little bit better for me to use the butter knife or if it was better for me to use the brush. In all honesty, both of them work for me. I have no problem using both of them. Now, I do feel like this spreads a little bit better and you could be more careful with this application just because you're not really having to worry about the brush pushing in the product into the hair. But I'm always very careful when I bleach my knots, so I don't have an issue with using either or. It's just all a personal preference. So I'm going to spread this on all over, making sure not to miss any areas, and I will be leaving this on for 25 minutes. After I put this on, I don't use any neutralizer. Some people do, some people don't. I personally don't. I just wash it out with shampoo. I did use my Aussie Moist shampoo and conditioner for this, and then I did use my purple shampoo and I left it on for 15 minutes and then I rinsed it out. Now that I am done washing the unit, I'm just going to take some hair out of the hairline and just kind of cut some. This unit comes pre-plucked already, but I didn't notice any shorter hair, so I did have to cut some hairs down to create a little bit of baby hairs. Now, you guys know you do not have to create baby hairs with your units, but sometimes when I part it down the middle, I like to. So I'm just going to create a little bit. I'm not going to go too harsh on them. And the crazy thing, guys, is that after I was done doing this and letting it set, I ended up having to restyle the units. So yeah, all of that went away and I had to recreate them after I put it on my head. I'm using the Lot of Body foam wrap in the hairline to create the hairs. And I just use my rat tail comb or I use the edge brush. It just depends on whatever is by me. But I like to style with either or, but sometimes I find it better to style with the comb. Sometimes the brush can be a little bit hard to work with. So I just use my fingers and kind of hold everything into place. And then I start to style. And I take my time when doing this because I like for it to look a certain way. And I want it to be like on point. And after I'm done styling this, I like to let it set overnight without touching it, and then I'll cut around the lace the next day, and that style pretty much stays there until I end up recreating a new part or I end up messing with the front of the unit. I let everything dry. Of course, I always put my unit on when I am ready to wear it. And I did go ahead and straighten this unit out a little bit just because it is really thick and I didn't want to have to flat iron it on camera, since you guys have seen me flat iron my Kinky Straight units on camera before. I just really wanted to focus on application and styling. That is the hairline, and as you guys can see, it looks nothing like when I styled it because, like I said, I did have to go in and redo the part just because it was not lined up in the middle. One thing I can say about styling on your mannequin heads, you want to be careful with the parting space, especially if you're doing a middle part. I always find this in the middle part is that if it's not lined up correctly for me, it bothers me when I put it on because I don't want my lace to feel weird turning to the back, like where I cut by my ear. I don't want that to end up behind my ear because I do end up cutting by my ear. And if it's not lined up correctly, then you end up cutting off more on one side than you would have wanted to. So that's why I ended up having to recreate it. So now you just see me going in using my Got2B spray, and I'm just going ahead and laying this down. And I'm not using a lot of this. I'm doing a very soft hole. Now with this spray, you can easily just remove it because I didn't put a lot of product on. I can just literally pull it off. Yes, it's going to take a little bit of a tug, but it's not hard to come off. And if you don't want to tug it off, just spray a little bit of water around the hairline and it should just come off easily. Now I'm just going in with my Paul Mitchell. This is like some foam sculpt, and I couldn't find my Lotta Body, so I ended up just using this. This worked really good. One thing I will have to say is you have to let it dry because it will come off a little bit wet. And this is a thickening foam, so do not use a lot of this because a little bit it will start to thicken up really well. Hang around with this foam for a while. I think this is my 4th unit I've tried it on, so I'm going to continue to play with it before I tell you guys like go ahead and get it. But so far so good. I just tried it with some curly hair, which you guys will see that video coming out soon. So I'm just going in with my Care wax stick just to lay everything down. With this unit, it does kink up a little bit at the hairline, but not too much, but it definitely gives off a realistic texture all the way through. I just want it to be a little bit sleek because I will be doing like a half up, half down because I want to see how it is going to look. And I'm just going to run my flat iron through this unit. And it just looks a little bit shiny at the top because I did add that foam and I also did add the wax stick. And you guys know with the wax stick, a little bit definitely goes a long way. You do not need a lot of that product. Now I'm just going to go in with the Ruby Kisses 3D Contour Creator Palette. And I'm just going to add some to the hairline because I wanted to blend in with my skin. And you do get 6 inches of parting space, which is really nice. I love 6 inches. In fact, I think I'm starting to get spoiled by the 6-inch parting space. Anything under that, I just kind of look at it like, no, because I feel like it's just more versatile. So as you guys see, I just kind of did the half up, half down. I didn't use any parting space. I just kind of pulled it up. You guys see me kind of just recreating some hairs in the front. When you do different styles, sometimes you have to go back and redo the hairs in the front, which is okay for me because I'm showing you guys how versatile you can get your units to look, and I want you guys to know how natural they can look. Now with the half up, half down style, I didn't do too much to it, but I felt like it just needed a little bit in the front. While my lace was laid down, I felt like this lace is not like super thin, so it just needed a little bit of extra in the front. After I am done showing you guys this half up, half down style, I did decide to go ahead and take it back down and rock the middle part. I didn't do anything but just take it out of the rubber band, and then I just kind of brushed it back into place. I didn't have to add any extra. Made it to the very end of this video. This is a part of a giveaway that Eva Wigs will be hosting, and I will be picking a winner. So if you guys are interested, make sure you read the description area and the pinned post. Make sure to share, like, and subscribe if you haven't. Turn on your notification button, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.